Yes, good morning. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. Welcome to the channel where opinions are not allowed. Oh, I've taken some heat overnight by not rating Brennan Johnson. I've taken some heat. He's young. He's nearly 23. How old do we need before we're allowed to judge a footballer? Anyway, big up to each and every one of you. A very resilient point at Old Trafford is what I would say. I didn't think we'd win the game. I didn't think they'd win the game. I called 2-2 because you've got injuries, we've got suspensions, they've got injuries, suspensions. I don't trust our forward line to fire us to score enough goals to win away at Old Trafford. I don't think they're good enough to score too many goals against us. And the game was pretty much, I think, what most of us thought. We'll have the ball, they'll counter-attack. 2-2 for me. In reflection, say, is it a fair result? You could say on the balance of play, we probably deserved the win. But from the number of chances created, I just didn't think we created it enough to win. People are saying that, we had 13 shots or whatever and 6 on target. I can't really remember anything that stands out to me as that was the moment. You had the Romero header against the bar. Other than that, I can't really think of anything that was clear cut. Man United, again, very few chances for Man United. They had the header at the end from McTominay. They had Adogi who nearly scored an own goal. So all in all, I think a point was probably a fairish result. You knew what Man U were going to do. We knew they were going to sit back. We knew they were going to soak up the pressure and hit us early with those balls over the top. We knew that, and that's exactly what happened. So a good point away at Old Trafford. It keeps you in the 4th, 5th mix, still gives us a bit of breathing space above West Ham, who are 6 points behind us, but with a game in hand. But West Ham have got their own injury problems. I don't think they're good enough. I don't really think anyone below us is good enough to put a run together to overtake us, if I'm brutally honest. So I do think that it's going to be between Villa, Arsenal, and Tottenham for the 3rd, 4th, 5th. I don't know. I don't think either of them are consistent enough for me to say they're favourites at the moment. But look, you've got Spurs, we've dropped points. Villa have dropped points. Arsenal are dropping a lot of points. West Ham have dropped points lately as well. If we go, let's have a look, shall we? Before I do some hellos, let's have a look at the Premier League table. Here it is. Sorry, I always have to, for Ryan, I always have to get in Wolverhampton Wanderers down there in 11th. He might not be here, but if he is, always have to get him in there. So when you look at this league table now, okay, West Ham United, game in hand, but 6 points behind us. I don't think West Ham will have enough to finish above us over a season. I think they've got a very good 11. I think they're almost a bit like us, but on the level below. I think they've got a very good 11. But when you've got Paqueta, Kudos away, Jared Bowen's got a little niggly injury as well. I think the moment that comes out, they look very lightweight. So I'm not too worried about them. I don't think from what I saw yesterday of Man United, they've got enough to close an 8-point gap between now and the end of the season. Brighton, I think, are struggling this year with with balancing Europa League and Premier League. It's a huge, huge ordeal that clubs need to learn. We'll have to do this next season. So, and Chelsea, who I do think will get European football, for me, again, I don't think they're going to be consistent enough. So I do think that what you're going to see is that top 5 will be the top 5. And I do think that City and Liverpool will pull away. These are all just my opinions. And I've had these opinions from the beginning of the season. So the only one that surprised me really in here is Aston Villa, who I thought were a good team. I didn't think they'd be up there. But Aston Villa, you could say they've only won one of their last 4. All right, they've only lost one of their last 4, but they've only won one of their last 4. They need to get back to winning ways if they're going to have aspirations. Arsenal will go back into 3rd if they win their game in hand, which is against Crystal Palace at home. Now, Crystal Palace are a decent team, but you would probably expect Arsenal to bounce back with a win. You would probably think that. I know we will probably all be cheering on Crystal Palace, but I do think that would be a nice game for Arsenal to come back into. And then you look at the top 2. You look at Liverpool and City. You look at City's next 7 games. I can't see where they don't win all 7 or win 6 and draw 1. I think they'll be gone. So the question is, can Tottenham, can Villa, can Arsenal keep up with the 2 at the top that are top with a game in hand? And what happens is if Liverpool win their game in hand, that's an 8-point gap to Tottenham. So basically, they're then saying for them to not even make Champions League, somebody needs to do, all the teams below them need to do 3 games better than Liverpool. 18 games, a 3-game swing is a lot of games. So, for example, if Liverpool win 12 of their last 18, it means that Spurs or whoever that team is, Arsenal, 8 points behind them, would need to win 15 of their last 18. So it's a big ask. And then you've got to factor in goal difference as well. So that means you might have to have a 4-game swing. So it's a big difference between, for me, what Liverpool and City are going to do and what the other 3 are going to do. But if you had said to me at the beginning of the season, Spurs are going to finish 3rd, 4th, 5th, you bite their hand off, wouldn't you? If Postecoglou gets 3rd or 4th, what a phenomenal season this man would have had as manager of Tottenham Hotspur. Injuries, suspensions, yeah, we could say every club has them. But from where he picked us up from where he's moving us to, it's all very, very positive. So for me, I'm really happy with where we are. If you had said after 21 games you'd have 40 points, I think we would have taken it, right? Listen, that's just my first assessment of the morning. Let's have a look at some of the chat. As always, I'll try and stay level-headed when some fans will be going well overboard. But listen, we'll see what we can do. Just remember, lots of fans the other day when they were coming into my show saying Savva's not a real Spurs fan. He's negative. Go and support Arsenal because I didn't think that we'd batter Man United 3-0, 4-0, 4-1 like the usual suspects who will come in and do the same for the Man City game. We're going to batter them 3-0, 3-0, 4-1. I just think we've got to keep feet on the ground. Good morning to John Clark. Said only just saw the highlights of the game, but considering 5 of our first team missing, we did okay. Yes, but this is why I don't make outrageous predictions, John Clark, when we have got players missing. Let's be fair. If you look at the 2 midfields yesterday, it was very much both clubs were below par in terms of their first choice midfields being out. And it showed that way. That's how Man United played. They sat back with Kobe Mainoo and Eriksson and just tried to pick us off on the break. By the way, we are 5 subscribers away from 12.8k. Be amazing if we could hit that today. It's only 5. Please do smash that subscribe button. There is the link. It won't leave you from this page. It won't remove you from this page. So please do. And as always, come on, there's nearly 200 in here and only 38 likes. I'm getting really bored of playing this game every day now. This is my bread and butter. This is my living. So please do smash that like button. It really does help. And it's free. It's absolutely free. So please, there's nearly 200 of you in here at the moment and growing. And 39 likes. Let's smash that button. Ash has said, smash the likes when you come in. Come on, you Spurs. AJ has said, good morning, Savva, you big, beautiful bastard. It's a beautiful day. Life is great and you're great. Yeah, it's not bad. It's cold, but you can see from that, look, you can see from that alone, look at the sun is definitely out and the dogs are desperately waiting by their leads for a little walkies later on. Get the fraud I'll take out my club. Said, big up, Savva. I like the fact that before the game, Tottenham fans were coming out with, we're going to smash Man U. The excuse now is you didn't because you didn't have 5 of your first team players. You know me. I don't subscribe to this. There seems to be this belief in football that unless you say your team is going to batter everyone, you're not a good fan. Sometimes a dose of realism is really needed. It's still Old Trafford. It's still Man United away, right? They've still got players that can hurt you. Anyone thinking we were going to go there and win 3-4-0 was, I don't know why. I don't know what they've been watching from Tottenham to think that's going to happen. Big up to Mark Cook. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning to Mario 2012 as well. Please do keep liking and subscribing. It really is appreciated. Big up to you as well, my friend. Big up to you. AJ said some fans got carried away. Yes, with our 2 centre-backs from injury. Yeah, but AJ, we knew this before the game, right? This didn't happen during the game. These are facts we had before the game, right? So when people are, get the fraud out of my club is saying, you knew this before the game. So I get it. I get what he's saying. Peter Simons has said 1 point disappointment, really. Well, listen, I mean, in the 93rd minute, when McTominay misses a sitter from 4 yards in the air, I'm grabbing that point. Billy said, morning, Savva. I'm glad we didn't lose, but annoyed that we didn't win. Yeah, I just didn't think we created enough clear-cut chances, to be honest with you. I think, without Son, without Maddison, I think we're seeing that some of the players that come in behind do a good job, but they're not at the level needed. So, yeah, maybe had Maddison played, had Son played, would the game have been different? In hindsight, you can say yes, but there's never a guarantee. But James Maddison is, I've said it all along, he's the biggest miss in the system for me. He's the biggest miss when he's injured. He is the driving force for creativity and playmaking. Daniel Harris said, big up Savva. I don't think we deserved the win. A lot of possession, but not much conviction. A bit wishy-washy. Man U had plenty of dangerous chances. Look, I think we had a lot of the ball. I do. And I think nowadays we always equate a lot of the ball for should have smashed them. For me, there was a lot of the ball in our own half, in the back line. We controlled the game. We definitely controlled the game. But look, Daniel, let's be honest. We knew their game plan. Can anyone in the chat, hands up, tell me that they didn't think that was going to be Man United's game plan? It's not. Man U don't play possession ball. Man U don't play a high-intensity possession-style football. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Minerals, big up to you, my friend. Sam Bentancur has arrived. A very good performance from him. Very good performance. DMB forever said, big up Savva. Big up to you, my friend. Peter does think West Ham are a threat. I think West Ham are a good team. I just don't know they've got the squad to see it through, if I'm brutally honest. Shem Tan said, morning, Savva. Loved the Spurs review last night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Listen, I try and make my show a bit different. I try and ask some uncomfortable questions that make people think. I know some fans don't get it. I'm not being anything here, but a lot of the newer fans from Australia are constantly having a pop at me. Not all of them, by the way, some really good ones, but a lot of them constantly having a pop at me because when I ask questions about can Ange do this or should the club do this, they automatically think it's an attack on the manager. I'm just asking questions. I'm trying to get thought-provoking conversations going. That's what I thought YouTube football channels were for. Not everyone just praising every single thing that happens at a football club. Josh has said, with Maddison, we dominate in that game, create a bunch more chances. Well, we definitely create more chances. For sure, we do. Whether or not the forwards are clinical enough to put them away, there's a different question because that's where my question mark is. It is the front three. That's always been my question mark. Good morning to you, Dave. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Stanley Cusher said 13 corners, 16 shots, 6 on target, dominant possession, passing. It was decent. If I'm honest, we could have won that. United could have too, though. Yeah, I just can't really remember when we're saying 6 shots on target. I can't really picture Onana having to do anything. Tell me in the chat. I'm not being negative. I'm trying to. I can't remember from watching the game anything that was really, really clear cut where Onana, was forced to make a save or last ditch defending. I felt like it was a lot of half scrappy chances, but hey, it is what it is. Billy said how we missed Bentancur. He bosses that midfield. Can't wait to see Bentancur, Sarr, and Maddison in our midfield. Yeah, going to be interesting to see when everyone's back. Is it Basuma? Is it Sarr? Is it Bentancur? Maddison? Lots and lots. Decky, Kulu, Decky and Lo Celso playing there as well. So it'll be interesting. Richard Cleaver, good morning to you. I said, morning, Savva. Satisfied by the point yesterday, but United were definitely there for the taking. Credit where credit is due for Skip, Højbjerg and Bentancur, who controlled the midfield. Yeah, I think what we did was we kept a lot of the ball. We kept a lot of the ball in our own centre halves and deep lying midfield, which I think suited us because Man United were happy to sit and let us have that. Look, Højbjerg for me, I thought was so irrational. He was very hit and miss. Look, I think what we saw yesterday was Bentancur's a top player, and I think we saw that the other two just don't fit this style of play. If I'm being kind, I'm not going to say anything bad about them, but I just don't think they fit this style of play. But listen, big up. We're getting the likes are going up. So please keep smashing that button. By the way, Romano has just said that Renato Sanchez remains one to watch in the coming weeks. Roma still want to find him another club in January. So PSG allowing Renato Sanchez to go out. Sorry, Roma allowing Renato Sanchez to go out on loan. Watch that one. See if he comes back to the Premier League or not. Peter Simons can't see anyone catching Liverpool. I can't see Liverpool getting City. I just can't see that City are too good. They're too good. So sorry for me. I don't know how anyone couldn't see Man City catching Liverpool. They're 2 points behind them. And Man City have a lovely run of games coming up for them. Good morning, John Ellis Hall. Good morning to you. Good morning to Dan Skyline. All channel members here. Look, good morning to Daniel Harris as well. Yeah, we are conceding a lot of goals compared to everyone else in the top 7. I do think that will change when we get fitter, when we get players back. It will change, but obviously that is a concern in the immediate. Our defence is in line with Wolves and Chelsea. You know, it's not as good as Man United. It's not as good as West Ham's. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of work to be done there. Let me remove that league table, by the way. Sorry, I kept that way too long. Big up Tony Rodriguez as well, another channel member. I hope you're well, my friend. Tony, tell them 4 subscribers away from 12.8k would be amazing. Stanley Cush said the teams in Europe are going to feel it, and I feel we have a chance to capitalise if we keep plugging away. I keep hearing this. We're the ones that look more tired than everyone else, and we've only played 1 game a week. I feel like when we say things like this, it's more hope than expectation. We look tired. Every game we play, we look really tired after about the 60th minute. But it is what it is. Dan Skyline. Oh, sorry, just quickly. Oryx Beats, big up to you. Another channel member. Big up to you, bro. Dan Skyline has said I would replace Højbjerg with Phillips and then sell Skip for another midfielder, plus add a goal scorer. Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. Listen, I think Calvin Phillips, I think on a loan is a no-brainer. I don't think Spurs are going to go and spend on him. I think on a loan, I think it makes sense. I agree, Max. I agree. I'm not a Richie fan. I thought he did. Listen, well, I don't go overboard. I think Richie did what you want your player to do. He worked hard. He got a header and he pressed well. I do think that what's happened is people have changed expectations of Richie, that when he just has a decent game, not you, people go well overboard, though. Do you agree with me, Max? I think people go, I was brilliant today. You think, no, he just put in a shift. He did what most strikers in the Premier League do every week. Big up Rob78. Said, Savva, stop being positive. You're supposed to be the negative one. I know. I was negative getting the score correct as well. I wonder if all those people who called me negative last week for saying we wouldn't beat Man United are still calling me negative. Oryx Pizza said, can we give back Brennan to Forest for Elanga? If you're going to take anyone, it's got to be Morgan Gibbs-White, isn't it? But I hear you. He's coming into a lot of criticism. Listen, you've got to remember with Brennan Johnson as well, a lot of people didn't want him. I was one. I didn't want to sign him. I didn't see anything in him. I don't know. I still don't see anything in him. But listen, that's one for Ange to deal with. Rob Brown, I said, morning, Savva. Have there been any credible links to a striker? I'm still seeing Gallagher links, but struggling to see how that happens. Yeah, I think Gallagher's himself has said he's not leaving this window. I haven't seen any links to a striker. I haven't seen any links at all. Anything of note. Like, you know, when we had the Dragushin, it was like, hang on, is this happening? And then it was concrete. Same with Werner. I've not seen anything like that. Possibly, I'm seeing outgoings. I'm seeing Tanganga to Luton and also Serge Reguilon to Brentford to cover Rico Henry. But no, at the moment, Rob, we need some news, don't we? The transfer window is still open, people. There's still 16 days of the transfer window to go. What could happen? Who knows? Who knows? Big up. Come on, guys. There's nearly 280 of you in here and 96 likes. 96 likes. Come on, people. Elliot Hyde. I'm trying to get to every comment, by the way, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Said Johnson, a pointless signing. Very average. Don't care what anyone says. If you keep arguing with these idiots, Savva, you'll be 6 subs away, not 5. Yeah, what I find funny is I always answer people's comments. I always have the debate back with them, and then they unsub if they don't like what I say. It's like they want to live in an echo chamber and just go to a channel which goes, oh, Ange is the best manager ever. You know, Porro's the best right back ever. Vicario's the best goalkeeper ever. But, you know, I'm not knocking those players. I'm just saying, like, we want to live in an echo chamber at the fan base. Aaron has said, big up, Savva. Been a while since I got you live. Glad to be back. Big up, Aaron Robinson. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. Okay, cool. Said I was nervous about this game, so ultimately happy with a point. Strangely positive about the City game. I'm very happy with a point. I thought we'd get one. The City game worries the bejesus out of me, if I'm honest. Okay, cool. I'm watching how Man United open us up with a few passes. And I watched how Brighton opened us up Brighton opened us up with ease. I'm watching how Bournemouth opened us up, Everton. And I do think that Man City are, well, I don't think they're the next level above, aren't they? They're the 2 levels above. I worry. Listen, I'm not saying we can't beat them. I truly, truly worry. And I want to see what the team is closer to the time. But where are we? Sandy Cush said Chelsea will need to sell when the FFP drops later. Anything is possible. Well, this is one to watch, Stanley Cush. Definitely, my friend. This is one to watch. By the way, I think Stanley Cush, I think me and you are a perfect example of how YouTube channels should be. We disagree on quite a lot, but we have the chat. It's never rude. I love it. So big up to you. Yes, let's find out later what happens. All the talks are that it's Everton and Forest are the 2 clubs. But I'm guessing there's going to be a few more on that list. So we will see. We will see. John Clark said, agree, Savva. Never thought we'd smash United. I felt like yourself it would be a draw. Yeah, I don't think it's the worst result either. Let's go to someone who definitely told me we were winning 3-0. Alan Clark from Time Added On. Alan, I'm going to call you later. Man United were awful yesterday, and we gifted them their 2 chances. We still should have put them to the sword. That Man United team are dead in game decisions were poor from us. Yeah, but I don't think, when we're saying they were awful, that's how they play. They sit back, they counter. I thought they got their tactics right. If you think about it, the best way to hurt Tottenham, the quick ball over the top, what did they do all game? You saw it from minute 1. Bruno Fernandes, first pass, boom, over the top, down the channel. Look, credit where it's due. I think we've got to credit other teams as well. It can't always be that we didn't win because it was us. It was just us. I disagree with you on this, mate. It's all right. Just hold that 3-0 prediction that you gave me. I'm sure we'll do something this week together, mate, and you can tell me then. By the way, at 12 p.m., if you want to join me, I'll be on with Saeed, Lee Gunner, LB, Goonie. So a good panel over there on the midday show on Saeed's channel, where I'm sure we'll hear Lee rant about Arsenal. And we'll see. Mazza, good morning to you. I said, morning, Savva. Felt like playing with 10 yesterday as the lights are too bright for Brennan Johnson at the moment. Potential, sure. Starting at 11, absolutely not for our targets. Look, I'm not going to go into him. I went into him a lot last night. For me, I'll leave it at this. We should have done better. £50 million gets you Kudus. It gets you Cole Palmer. It gets you Jeremy Doku. It gets you Anthony Gordon. I don't know what they've scouted him on. I don't know what metric they've scouted him on. I just feel they're actually, it's on Sky Sports News right now. They're showing all of his play. And it's just, they're showing a lot of his 7 or 8 crosses here in a row that have just like drifted into the keeper's arms. But hey, Dream Runner has said, will we ever get the best 11 on the pitch this year? Yeah. I mean, look, lots of teams don't get their best 11 on the pitch at any point. That's why it's a squad, right? But if we do, it's going to be interesting. Is it Basuma or Sarr with Bentancur and Maddison? I think we all agree Bentancur and Maddison are the 2, right? And then it's going to be Basuma or Sarr. What happens at centre-half? What happens up front? Does Werner play? Does Son play? Does Richie play? Does Decky play? Does Johnson play? So that's an interesting point in itself, Dream Runner. What is the best 11? But it's a good problem to have. It's what we've been wanting, isn't it, right? Hollywood Phil. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, okay, so let's have a look. Right, so, yeah, Romero at the bar of a header should have scored. Let's be brutally honest. There was the header down off the line, but wasn't really a shot, was it? It was a glancing flick on. Yeah, it wasn't. No one can sit here and say to me, God, we had loads of chances. But look, Man United sat back. They made it difficult. They said to us, break us down. We knew they were going to do that. We watched them play against Villa. We watched them play and do this against Chelsea. We knew what they were going to do. Good morning to you, Cantab, as well. Good morning, my friend. Hope you are well. Savva has said our forward shooting is so bad. Yeah, look, those three forwards I don't think will be the three forwards when everyone's fit. I do think it will be Sonny, Decky, and one of them will have to play. But yeah, I think it'll be Sonny, Decky, and one other. I do think we need to improve in that area. Good morning, Ren, one of my favourites. How are you? Hope you're well today. I said, who is going to choose to start in the midfield? Good to have an extra few quality players in rotation for sure. Absolutely. How good would it be knowing, all right, let's say Basuma starts, but you've got Sarr on the bench. The next game, Basuma's got a slight knock, so Sarr starts in front of him. Do you know what I mean? I think that, Maddison picks up a knock after 70 minutes. You go, all right, Decky, you go on now into that mid. That's what the big clubs do, right? Look at the players Liverpool and Man City bring off the bench. Quality. And I agree with you, Ren. I agree with you. Jessica said, agreed, Savva. Our front three is just not dangerous. It's the weakest of our team, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. And I also agree. I would get Matt O'Reilly in for sure. I think we've talked about this a lot, Jessica. I would take him all day long. Someone talking about Yao Gomez said Yao Gomez isn't homegrown, will cost 30 million plus. I'm not sure what's happened in the chat. People talking about Yao Gomez of Wolves. Yao Gomez of Wolves. Absolutely, Cantab. Let's like and subscribe, please. Look at this. Come on. Here we go. Look at that. Two away from the 12.8K. So thank you very much to everyone. By the way, let me go to Thomas Bradley has become a new channel member. Big up to you, Thomas. Welcome to the Football Heritage TV family. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. And just to let you and the members and all the other watchers know, today I'll be back at 3:30. Myself, LB and Judge Mo, as we look back at all of the weekend's action, including the Spurs game, also looking at the Man City game, also looking at the Luton-Burnley game and the Villa-Everton game as well. I feel like I'm missing one game. I feel like I'm missing a game which happened on Saturday. Who played Saturday? Who was before Man City? Chelsea against Fulham. So we'll be back at 3:30 p.m. to discuss that. So please join us for that. And big up to you, Thomas. Thank you very much. Jamie Allen, big up to you. Thank you very much for the super chat. I said Spurs going to a back three near the end was interesting. Yeah, I think that was purely because we were running out of bodies. And I think, Van der Ven and Romero both getting near on 90. Well, Romero did, but Van der Ven near on getting 90 minutes after being out for so many months. I think it was more to shore it up. I don't think that Ange is going to really drop his style of play and his tactics to go to three at the back. But I think it's really good that the option is there, right? I think the option is there, and that's the key thing. So big up to you, Jamie. And Blaine Dev, who's always very, very generous. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're well this morning. Said feelings after that game. Pleased with a point, but it's a strange feeling too, because I felt with one or two additions back, we would have won. Thought United were there for the taking. Yeah, Man United were definitely there for the taking. It's funny because I watched a Man United show last night, and I'm not going to say who, but someone turned around and said, felt Spurs were there for the taking. We got in behind them every time. And it was interesting because I didn't think of it like that. As a Spurs fan, I was like, oh, they were there for the taking. They weren't great. As a Man United fan, this Man United fan was saying, if you look how many times Marcus Rashford went through, and had he been a bit more composed, had he picked out a proper pass. And when you actually look at that, you think that's the difference with stats. The stats will show that Rashford didn't get a shot off. But when you look at it, there was a couple of times he went through and you thought, God, is he going to punish us here? He did once, but there were 3 or 4 where he didn't. So it's interesting, isn't it, how we all look at football differently. But listen, Blaine Dev, thank you so much, my friend. You've always been very generous to me, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you very much. Let me see if I can get back to the chat. There's so many comments. I just don't know how if I'll be able to get through all of them. Ratish has said, yesterday was a missed opportunity. Man United were there for the taking, but a draw at OT with injuries and absentees is not the worst. No, I agree with you. I don't disagree with that at all. Peter said, thing is, Liverpool lost one game. Yeah, but the thing is, look at Man City. No one pulled away from them when they won 1 in 6. No one pulled away from them, and now they're the most informed team in the country. Peter, they're the most informed team in the country. They're scoring the most goals. Yeah, they're winning the most points. I don't know how anyone backs against them. I truly, truly don't. Striker said, hey, Savva, I'm not a Spurs fan, but I keep finding my way to your channel. I think it's because you're a really honest and likable guy. Likeable is up for debate, but honest, yes, I like to think I am. So thank you very much, Striker. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for coming back to watch me. Faz has said, big up Savva. We play the most intense game than others. Takes a while to build fitness. Messis for such intensity. Celtic had the same issue in first season. Big up. Look, sure, I get it. We play an intense style of football. We play a style of football which is always going to leave us exposed at the back. I get that as well. But this is where a big squad comes into it, right, with a fitness. This is where I've always said this year for me, Faz, I think this is where people get me wrong, Faz. What I've said all year is for me, I'm not bothered about do we win the cup this year? Do we win the league this year? Right? Yeah, I want to go deep and you want to challenge and all that sort of stuff. For me, this year was about implementing what you've just described. This year was the year where you go, right, okay, we've had a year. Everyone understand now what's required. Everyone understands your training routine, your eating routine. Everyone understands the warm-up to the game. Everyone understands what's expected during the game. Year 2 is where I start going, all right, you back this manager now. Right now, go and really challenge for things. So I think that's where people have got me a bit wrong because I've said, oh, I don't think we're in a title race. I think everyone's gone well too deep on me, Faz. Oh, you hate Postecoglou. I don't at all. I love Postecoglou. I just question whether we've got what Liverpool and City have to go all the way. And I don't think we have. Big up Ginger Cockerell. So big up Savva. I thought last night was a big effort. Illness and plenty of boys running on empty. Good point. I agree. And I also agree that we'll be better in February. And we've got to be better in February and March because April is a killer month. April is a killer month. Emirates undefeated, Etihad undefeated, now Old Trafford undefeated, can see progress in our team. Yeah, listen, we've picked up 3 good points away from home. We've picked up 3 good points. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that at all. Liverpool also beat Newcastle away with 10 men. Liverpool also beat Newcastle away with 10 men. Don't know what that's in relation to, but yes, they did. They really did put a sucker punch in that day, didn't they? Daniel said Villa need a striker. Isak would be perfect. What's Villa's situation, Daniel, in terms of money and FFP? What's your situation at the moment? Let me know. Bill said, I still haven't recovered from hearing someone within our fan base and community say Son is better than Vinnie Jr. I'm moving on from that, Bill, before I get in trouble. I mean, Vinnie Jr. is just a one-off, isn't he? I'm moving on. Daniel Arias said, but Brennan Johnson is young. He's older than Saka and the same age as Foden. Oh, but listen, let's be brutally honest. When you're talking about Phil Foden, you're talking about the next level completely to the other two. I mean, Saka's much better than Brennan Johnson, but Foden is just different gravy. Phil Foden is what you should be building the England team. The England midfield should be Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden. End of. There's your 3 midfielders. What talent that 3 have, right? Beautiful talent there. But, hey, it is what it is. Wilson has said, Amir, good morning to you. Sorry, mate. Good morning to you. Wilson has said, we should have won yesterday. Just needed an extra bit of skill on the bench. I think we could have. Yeah, look, ifs, buts, maybes. It is what it is. We knew what we were going there with and what we were going there without. And half of it, hang on, I could do that. And look, when you've got that, you know what to expect. We knew we were going there with injuries and suspensions. This is why, Wilson, I was so shocked when everyone was talking about 3-0 and 4-0. I didn't know where it was coming from. Keith Shields has said, who would you keep out of Skip or Johnson? Neither. I personally think Johnson is a case in progress. He's young and not the finished article. Let's judge him after a couple of seasons in the top flight. I've seen him now for a couple of seasons in the top flight. Everyone forgets he was in the top flight for Forest. I just don't think he's got it. I don't see the technical ability. I don't see the IQ. I don't see what the fuss is about. I don't see what Skip does either. So for me, neither of them. But Johnson's not going anywhere anytime soon. So Johnson will stay. Custy, oh God, FFP and FFP, VAR, all the acronyms ruining football, aren't they? All the acronyms. What did he say? I was streaming. From what I've seen, I believe that VDV was purely cramp. From what I'm hearing, and Kulu, I think Kulu was just ill. He'll be back for the next game. Thomas Bradley, big up to you. Said good morning, Savva. Frustrated yesterday because we should have beaten them, but we weren't great. I thought we did okay. I thought we had a lot of the ball without hurting them. Would be my assessment. But Man United, I can't keep saying it. We knew what they were going to do. We knew what they were going to do. If anyone was expecting Man U to have a lot of the football and really dominate, that's not what they do. Alan, don't bring me into your mud, mate. I love this. Alan predicted 3-0. I predicted 2-2, right? And now I'm in the... Alan, come around my house. I've got a room full of mud. You walk in, you just walk into mud everywhere. Come and join me, man. Come and join me. Big up to you, Alan. Please, if you haven't, do go and subscribe to Time Added On. Go and subscribe as well. The guys that were with me yesterday, go and subscribe to Iggy, Will and Stel and JP and Mari at Tottenham Away. Go and subscribe to Tottenham on Tour with Danny, Brian and Ben. Go and subscribe to Southview Coys. God, some of these channels got loads of members, loads of people, haven't they? Go and subscribe to Southview Coys with Ash, Haas, and Marlon. Go and subscribe to Henry Wright TV. Go and subscribe to Sean. Go and subscribe to everyone. Irish Dave, Hotspur Hippie. Go and subscribe to everyone. Give the Spurs YouTube creators some loving and some backing. All right, whether you agree with them or not. We finish this right now. I said I feel like that match was a must-win to stay in title contention. I'm so disappointed that it seems over now. I mean, look, I can't empathise with this statement because I've said all along I don't think we're in a title race. Look, Liverpool and Man City have the game in hand. I do feel that when you start opening a gap, like even with Man City's game in hand is against Burnley, right? Now, if they beat Burnley, they're 6 points clear of Tottenham. It's 6 points to Man City plus a superior goal difference. It's 7 points. It's a 7-point gap to Man City if they beat Burnley, which they're going to at the Etihad. It's a big ask. It's what you're then saying is whatever they do, we've got to do 3 games better. Yeah. Oh, it's my troll. Big up, Justin. At least you're not rude. Big up. How you doing, mate? My favourite troll. My favourite man on earth to troll. Well, it's got to be better than yesterday getting 3 WhatsApps telling me that I should watch out, me and my family, and people are coming to kill me. That's interesting. So for anyone that just says, just ignore it, WhatsApps telling me that people are going to come and kill me and my wife. Let that sink in. Big up to Alex Gonzalez. How you doing, mate? Not seen you for a while, I don't think. Said, I think Timo Werner signer is going to end up being a good signing. He looked out there after only 3 games played the season and true training sessions. Listen, I'm interested to see what happens. I'm really interested to see what happens with Timo Werner. I thought it was a decent debut yesterday. Nothing brilliant, nothing terrible. He looked like a player that hasn't played football for a long time. So, we don't judge him on that one thing. Jason said, when Richie scores, it's only 1 game. When Richie don't score, he ain't good enough. I don't think he's good enough anyway. It depends what you want, Jason. It depends what you want. If you want to be a club that constantly go for 5th, 6th, maybe 4th, sure, he can be in part of that squad. If you want to be a club that goes on and wins things, that's not your striker. So I think it's, again, I think it's context. Context is not applied by people like you, which is fine. Faz has said, smash the like buttons, please. Absolutely, Faz. Cheers. Thank you very much. Jason. Oh, I love it when fans do this. Oh, it's a good job you lot aren't manager. No, we're football fans talking about our football club. Of course, we're not the manager. Mr. Happy said, Romero's fingerprints on both goals, in my opinion. What you saying? Look, he'd just come back from a long injury. He didn't look completely fit to me. He looked a bit sloppy on both goals, but look, I think you could have said Porro wasn't the greatest for the goal as well. I'm not blaming any one player for the goals. No, I'm not blaming Romero for that. But he looked like a guy that was tired. He's been injured for a long time, and this is going to happen. Stanley Kush said Rashford throws with easier chances than one. Yeah, this is what I mean. I don't think we ever look at this. I know we're all Spurs fans and we're going to be biased, but I think if you truly take your hat off and look at it, there were a few times when Rashford went through and you're thinking, if he takes a touch, he could bury this. But Rashford's very hit and miss. Again, the difference between being a player that's going to lead you to third, fourth, and a player that's going to win you a title. Like we just said about Richie. I know he's better than Richie, but that's the difference for me. And if people want to have aspirations to win things, let's be honest. I think Richie could be part of the squad. Sure. That's not your main guy, is it? That's not your main guy. If you want to win a title, if you want to go and win big trophies, he's not your main guy. He'll do you a job. He'll work hard. He's an honest player in terms of the work rate, the pressing. But has he got the quality to go to the next level? I don't think so. But it depends. If some fans are happy with just being where we are, if some fans don't want to win things, then sure, Richie's your guy. By the way, Ange Postecoglou has confirmed that Ryan Sessegnon is injured again. I can't believe it. He's got a slight niggle from last week, so he missed this week and will hopefully be available in a couple of weeks. I'm not saying anything on it. Paul has said Spurs related on X says THFC are preparing a substantial bid worth around 30 million sign Wolves midfielder Yao Gomez. I don't know about this. I don't know how much truth there is to this. All I can say is if we do go for a player like Yao Gomez, then it must mean that Højbjerg is going the other way. Ash has said Watkins' form didn't last long. Don't know what's about. He's got loads of goals and assists this season. Let's be brutally honest. Are you talking in return to the Aston Villa guy? Undefeated to last year's top 4, 1-2, drawn 3. Yeah, we're harder to beat. We're resilient. We're a very resilient team. That is one thing that you can definitely see Postecoglou has instilled in this team. Absolutely. Mike Crea has said, when it's about the game we play, I think the only way we go from now is up. So little patience will get us there for sure. Listen, patience is going to be needed. I think it's going to take a while. I don't think, depending on when we say patience is needed for what, there's a question I'll ask for what. I think when people talk about we'll get there, what does get there mean? Does that mean winning it? Does that mean challenging? Does that mean trophy? What does it mean to people, right? I always look deeper. I always like critical thinking and looking deeper. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I really like to understand. When people say, we've been the best at this year, why? In your mind, because we're a Spurs fan or because, interesting. Faz said, I agree, Savva. Anything we achieve in the first season should be a bonus. Like you, I only judge Ange from season 2 when sufficient backup given by the club. I'm sure he will succeed with the club back. I got nothing else to add on to that. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. Itro said, morning, Savva. How refreshing is it to come away from Old Trafford with a draw and the feeling that we could have won without the missing bunch? Yeah, I mean, look, I didn't think we were ever going to win without the missing bunch, but a point at Old Trafford isn't bad in those circumstances. I think Man United will, I've seen it on Man United channels, they're talking about, well, we had a lot of players missing as well. Everyone only talks about the Spurs players missing. Man U will feel the same. But look, Man U, something's got to change at that football club, right? Something's got to change. By the way, thank you. We did get over 12.8K, but it's stopped now. Let's keep going. We got to this about 10 minutes ago. Let's keep smashing that subscribe button, people. And please keep smashing the like button. There's 348 of you in here and only 171 likes. So just under half at the moment. Peter Simons has said Johnson is Sessegnon on the right. Say no more. There's a lot of similar characteristics. I think he's better, but I think there's a lot of similar characteristics in personality and persona and stuff. So we'll see. We finished this now. Said, I disagree. It was a good draw. Our defenders were all back. Werner was in and we're still making excuses. That's a must-win game, stay in title contention. I don't, but it depends. We finish this now. You've got to say the two centre halves literally have both been out for months. It's their first game back in. It's Werner's first game. Werner's played 2 games of football this season, right? Sorry, he's played 2 games of football in the last 3 months or something. So look, again, the title talk is the one. I think this is clouding people's judgment. Move that to the side. It's a good point. The title, I don't think we're in a title race. I think people need to really chill with this, please. That's what we love about Savva. Says it as it is. Listen, I just think people can talk about titles all they want. I think if you look truly deep down in your heart, you know that Man City and Liverpool are better than us. Deep down, you know Man City and Liverpool over the course of 38 games will finish above us. Pottermack said, Bill, it's an opinion by many around the world that Son is better than Vinnie Jr. It's a bad opinion, but we'll respect it, but it's not a good opinion. Your opinion is yours and mine is mine. Son over Vinnie all day, any day. Son literally scores from everywhere. One plays left-hand side for the biggest club in world football. I'm sorry. All day, every day, I'm taking Vinnie Jr. Sorry, dude. Love you to bits, but I'm taking Vinnie Jr. all day, every day. He's special and he's still young. Look how good he is at such a young age. Oh, frightening. Brandon said, morning, Savva. I had nightmares. Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it, Brandon? Look, I don't think it's his fault. I just don't. Listen, he'll probably get a goal against Brentford at home because we should beat them. And then everyone will go, there you go, he's great. But it is what it is. Vibrant Copper has said Rashford gave lots of problems to our defence yesterday. He did because clubs will get at us. They will get at us. Thank you to the one person that unsubscribed. Always the way. Please can I get some subscribers? I'll unsubscribe. Cheers, guys. John has said, Jesus Savva, I'm sorry you and your family have to go through that. Scum of that. Look, it is what it is. My phone number, however, out there, but it is what it is. It just, I think we've had it before, and my missus is very strong, and she's just a bit like, oh, these, you know, we've heard it before, we'll hear it again, and it's just really sad people. But we move on. David has said, special mention to Vicario. For me, man of the match. Did you say he was man of the match yesterday? I don't know. He had too much to do, really. But okay, yeah. He's been brilliant for us this season for sure. Big up Angus in the chat. How you feeling, buddy? How you feeling? No doubt you're in here because Spurs didn't win. Big up to you. Good morning. Kevin said the fact we had 5-6 first-team players missing and still played how we did and just should have won away at Old Trafford makes me very confident. I do, when people keep saying should have won, I don't think there was really any chances that say we should have won. I don't remember anything clear-cut where you think, Jesus, if we had put that away, we win. If we say it about a couple of chances we had, they'll say it about a couple of chances they had. So I don't know this should have won. I don't know where this has come from. That's just me. Liston said Romero perhaps could have done better on the goals, but on the other hand, his slicing pass created better goals. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with you. Danny Glover has said Sess spends so much time in the medical room, Levy will start charging him rent. He just does. I can't believe he's still at the club. I cannot. Well, I can because he's English, but I can't believe he's still at this football club in general. It's absolutely madness. Sorry, I just missed. Big up John Ellis Hall said we need to get rid of Sess. Yeah. Taz has said Aussie fans are a loyal bunch and extremely proud to have a coach in the Prem. You may get a little backlash on any Ange takes, but I believe everyone is open to criticism. Listen, Taz, do you know what? I'm all for it. But I just, there's one guy that keeps coming in here, I think, called Cam Tingley. And it's just kind of like, we're not allowed to analyse anything unless it's analysing that we're awesome. Ange will prove me wrong on everything. Like, even if I don't mention Ange's name, Ange will prove me wrong. It's like, what are we talking about? I like Ange. I don't know what we're... It's madness. And I never wanted us to be that club, but we turned into that club. Some of those fans sound like the Arsenal fans for the last few years with Arteta, where you could do no wrong. He's brilliant. He'll prove you wrong. You watch. So, you know me. I keep my feet on the ground. Big up, Chris Kaka said, morning, Football Heritage TV and gang. Once Spurs now their front three was super A grade as it's on. Listen, you get a better front three, the world, the sky's the limit. Yeah, we can conquer anything if we get a proper front three, Son and 2 others. That's the difference. I've said this all weekend. The difference between Tottenham and Man City and Liverpool is they have forwards for fun that score, that assist, that are dangerous. We have Son, and then all of the rest are a level below. Change that. It's not going to happen now. Change that in the summer. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I can't be more positive than that. Sky's the limit. Kevin Kay said, Man U fans talk BS though. They had all of their starters. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. See, Kevin Kay, what you've just done, is called out a whole fan base for talking BS and then talk BS yourself. They didn't have all their starters other than Luke Shaw available. That's absolute nonsense. This is why, sorry, you've just talked the most BS I've seen all morning. Please don't be disingenuous. Please, it's embarrassing. Look, again, Mount, Martial, Maguire, they're all rubbish. They were the only ones missing. For Man U, they're important. Yeah, this is what we do. We're so disingenuous as a fan base. When we have injuries, it's terrible. When anyone else does, it's not really important to them. It's so disingenuous. Sorry, I really don't agree with that comment in any way, shape or form. Godfrey, I said, morning, Savva. Hope all is well with you. What's your thoughts about getting Renato Sanchez on loan? I think if it was on loan, why not? Yeah, if it was on loan, why not? I mean, he doesn't jump to the straight of my list of players that I'd want to bring in, but why not? Yeah, I've got no problem with that. Big up, dude. Hope you're well. Big up. Much love to you as well. Yeah, I mean, Kansab, we've just seen Vinnie Jr. scored a hat-trick in an El Clasico final. This is a guy that's been part of teams that won Champions Leagues, and he set the competition alight. And I don't know where we've got this notion from that Sonny all day, every day over Vinnie Jr. I do think that is very, 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 very far-fetched. I think that's absolutely mental. I'm just going to go and have a look. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. is 23 years of age. 23 years of age. Right, let's have a look at it. Vinnie Jr. Hang on. Hold the line, callers. Vinnie Jr., 23 years of age, has played at Real Madrid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. So he's been playing for Real Madrid since he was 17. He's been playing for Real Madrid since he was 17. Smashing it up. Yeah, he's a fantastic player. This is a player that has also played 26 times already for Brazil. And this is a player that's won 2 La Ligas, 1 Copa del Rey, 3 Copa de Españas, 1 Champions League, a UEFA Super Cup, 2 FIFA World Club Cups, UEFA Champions League Team of the Season twice, UEFA Champions League Player of the Season, La Liga Team of the Season twice, the FIFA Club World Cup Golden Ball. I mean, look, there are levels to football for me. There are levels to football. Luton Dan, big up to you, has said, my mate's aunt knows a cleaner who knows a caretaker whose son's mum cleans Levy's aunt's house. Says on this progression, Spurs win Champions League in 5 years. Oh, Jesus, yeah. The cleaners who know the cleaners who know the cleaners. Please keep smashing the like button, people. Come on, let's get to 12,810 subscribers as well. We've got 12,801. Come on, we can do better than that. Let's smash that subscribe button. As I can hear a little pug climbing up the stairs. I can hear a pug incoming. Hello, mate. Come and see us. Come on. No? All right. Miserable git. Good boy. Bill, big up to you. I said, what have Mane and Drogba got to do with this conversation? You're a Sun stan. I understand. All right. Okay. Right. That sort of conversation started. Son has more end product than Vinny. I just can't believe. I just can't. I don't know what I'm hearing right now. I don't know what's going on. This guy is brilliant. I don't know what people are watching. I just don't know what people are watching. But hey, each to their own. Each to their own. Each to their own. Rob Brown said, I think we're 2 to 3 seasons away from challenging for the title. The problem is we don't push on constantly. We hit top 4 and stagnate. Here is the big thing this season. We have got to, if we get full 5th, whatever we get this year, we have got to keep going in the summer. Keep going. As I said, people think they want to do that. I think we need to do this steadily over the years. Build something. So when you all call me negative, I'm talking about the bigger picture. Build something like this. Slowly but surely get there. Slowly but surely get there. Build it. Build it and they will come, as they say. Orox Beats, big up to you. As said, question, what do you think happens to Son next season? In my opinion, his legs are going. Can't play on the wing well enough. He's better as a striker. What happens if we get Jimenez? Will they rotate? Look, at the moment, I wouldn't say his legs are going. Look, I think there's a difference. I think on the left wing, look, he's got older. He's not what he was on that left wing. That's understandable. Son had frightening pace and glided past players. Is he always going to have that? No. And you try and find a new way of playing. I think that's why he's moved into the central areas where now you utilise, he's still got pace, not as good as before, but through on goal, he's clinical. So for me, I think he's going to be here for a few more years yet. What we do have to start doing as a club is looking beyond that. We do have to start in the background bringing players in. The same way Liverpool did when they had Firmino, Mane and Salah. And they went out and they bought Luis Diaz. Then they bought Darwin Núñez. Then they bought Gakpo. You're looking beyond that. You've got to keep looking. That's where we've not been good and we need to get better. But there's signs that we are going to do that. Kevin K, where do I think we went wrong with Cess? I just don't think he was that good. I feel like he was very good playing in the forward role. He was kind of a wide left forward for Fulham in the Championship. And unfortunately, everyone thought that would equate to he's going to be really good playing for Spurs at left back or left wing back. I just don't think he's that good. I'm not being horrible. Sometimes players just don't get better. And I don't think he did. I don't think Brennan Johnson has yet either. Bryce has said, question, Savva, do you think Sessegnon spent more time injured than the Mela did? Yes. This guy is always injured. Always injured. Vibrant Copper has said, without Bentancur in the midfield, we would have lost yesterday. Easily my man of the match. Yeah, he was my man of the match as well. I think he had a very good game. And yeah, he holds that midfield together when he's playing alongside Højbjerg and Skip. They're just not good enough. Again, not knocking them. They're just not good enough to play this style of football. What we saw yesterday was Højbjerg. Intelligence to always be available for the ball. He had. Work rate he had. You can see how good a player is when the ball is at their feet. And you saw that when the ball was at his feet, he simply wasn't good enough. I'm not being horrible. He's just not good enough. Lots of people saying this today that Spurs are preparing a bid for João Gomez. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. Itro has said, we won't be a serious threat to the league until we move on. Skip, Cess and Højbjerg. I think you can add more players to that. Where are you going? No. Come here. No. Oh, I don't think we'll be a serious challenger. Say good morning, Stewie. Look, you come to my channel, you get a dog as well. Look. Hello, mate. Come on. Kiss. No, he hates me today. He hates me. He's waiting to go out for a W. Look, I think it's going to take windows. It is. And this is why I've said all along, and people like you have had a go at me. It's like people go, oh, we can win it this year. And I'm like, right, relax. There's a lot of dead wood that's got to go. I think you can add Brian Hill to that, Skip, Sessegnon, Højbjerg, Tanganga, Dyer, who's just gone. I think Reggie is deadwood. Jed Spence is deadwood. Fraser Forster is deadwood. There's a lot of deadwood that needs to go. And then we can build and grow each window. But everyone's got a little bit too. I get it. We've not won anything for so long that everyone is so desperate for success. I get it that we want to, just push processes too quickly. But this is where we've gone wrong in the past. Under Ange, under this scouts, I feel like we've got a plan in place and that they're building. I do. Are they going to get every signing right? No, of course they're not. No one does. But it feels different. JG, big up to you. I said, Aussie here. I criticise Ange if he gets it wrong. Yeah, JG. So I wasn't saying all Australians. I'm saying a lot of the new Aussies that have come into my chat have been brilliant. Some of the others just constantly come in. You don't know Ange. You don't know what he's going to do to your club. And it's like, yeah, but you're coming in and talking to me about a club that I've supported for 40 years and you've just joined us from Celtic. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not having a pop. It's just, it is what it is. And big up to Paul Shepherd as well with the super sticker. Thank you. Always very generous is Paul Shepherd. Really do appreciate you and JG with that one. So thank you very much, guys. And please, please, please do keep smashing that like button. Only 215 likes, and we've not had a single subscriber for 25 minutes. Come on, guys and girls. Let's get some subscribers in the house. And there is the link. There you go. Son in La Liga would be crazy also. Yeah, but it's an if, it's a but, it's a maybe. At the end of the day, none of the big boys came in for him. But I know this is a real harsh conversation that people don't want to have. At the end of the day, Barcelona, Real Madrid, at their hype, didn't come in for Son. I don't know why. I think Son's a very good footballer, but Vinnie Jr. for me is the level above. Vinnie Jr. for me is also only 23 years of age. I think we've got to remember that as well. Look at the team, Vinny. I listen, Angus. I agree. There's a difference. There's a difference doing it for a team that never wins anything and scoring a few goals. There's a difference doing it in a team that are pressured to win something every single year, or their fans want the manager out. I agree. I mean, I don't like the term star boy, but I hear you. I'm guessing, look, he's only just joined, Peter. I think when we look at Dragoshin, he's only just joined. He would have had maybe one training session with the lads. I think you'll see a lot more of him. Don't you worry. Rob Birch said Vinnie Jr. all day long. I'm not even going to put a poll in the chat of Vinnie or Son. I just think it's counterproductive. Look, I think we all love Sonny. I think Sonny's a top player, but there are levels to the game. And, Vinnie Jr. has been at Real Madrid since he was 17 years of age, or 16 or whatever it is, playing in the first team for 6 years straight. I mean, that's an achievement. And look, for me, Sonny, I don't know whether it was his agent, whether no one's actually put in a solid bid. We've never seen that anyone's put in a solid bid for him. Just never made the jump to a big club. And this is what I said about Kane as well. Kane has made that jump to a big club now to try and win a Champions League, that type of stuff. But, Maurice said, what did you make of Gary Neville's comments that if we can get through the next couple of weeks and get our players back, he can see us finishing as high as second? Look, I can see us finishing third, fourth, or fifth, depending on the race with Villa and Arsenal. I don't think we've got enough to take on Liverpool City. Listen, by the way, Maurice, before anyone has a go at me, I've said this from day one. Anyone who watches me every day, every week knows I've said from day one, City will win it, then Liverpool, then I thought it was Arsenal, and then the rest. Arsenal are in a bit of turmoil, but I do think Arsenal will come back. I don't think Arsenal are going to continue losing. So it is what it is. My favourite non-Spurs player ever. This guy. I don't know. Best player I've ever seen, hands down, not even close. Every player I've ever watched in my life, I've never watched anyone and thought, oh, he's on Messi's level. No one. This guy does everything. Everything. Look, again, levels. There's levels to the game. I remember when Haaland joined the league, I remember, do you know what? You could see it on my channel. It's one of the first ever shows on my channel, right? So about 22 months ago, 21 months ago, sorry. There's a show I did, and I'm in New York. I'm actually streaming from where I was working in New York. And I remember saying, Haaland's going to be top goal scorer, no doubt in my mind. People are going, he'll never score as many as Son. I said, you guys haven't seen Haaland. And it's still to this day, people would say, oh, we'd still take Son up front over Haaland. You wouldn't. you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't. I don't know. I'm sure some of you would, but there's not a chance I'd take Son over Erling Haaland in a million years. I tell you what, I'm seeing a nice, interesting debate between Pottermack. He said, Bill, your Moments football player in Son has the most assists in the Premier League at our club. He's got over 150 goals. Get a grip, Moment player. To which Bill responded with, he's been at our club since 2015. He should have had that many goals and assists. I agree with this. I think when you've been at a club for 8 years, you should have that many goals if you're a good player. You should. It's not oh, look, it's an amazing feat. He should have that many goals. He's been here a very, 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 very long time. He's a very good player. You don't know this. You don't know this at all. If Sonny had had a concrete bid, we would all know about it in this day and age. This is made up. Sonny never moved because Levy just laughed. Levy wouldn't have laughed. Levy would have put a price tag on him. And Son would have kicked up a fuss if he had ambition. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You've got to take the rough with the smooth here. Savva, what is the destiny of you, doggy Stewie? Stewie, look, Stewie's being a pain. He's wriggly. He is wriggly. Look. Hello. Stewie, who would you rather have, Sonny or Vinnie Jr? Who would you rather have? I love my Stewie. He's my best mate. I love him. He hates me. He always looks miserable, but he's my best mate. Luton Dan said, cheeky bid in the summer for Saka. Think And would get loads more out of him. I tell you what, Saka compared to Brennan Johnson is elite. Yeah, look, lots of people say Messi is magic. Messi is the GOAT. Yeah, I didn't want to start a Messi conversation, but I was asked who's the best player I've seen that doesn't play for Tottenham. Well, he's the best player I've seen anyway, but he's this guy. And my favourite Spurs player of all time, everyone knows this guy, Ginola. This guy wasn't bad either. Look, if I move my head, this guy, Teddy Sheringham, class act as well. Peter has said, I see us third at best. I agree. I think we'll be fifth. I think we'll be fourth or fifth, depending. I think we look tired in too many games. But listen, I do feel there's not a lot between Villa, Spurs and Arsenal. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. By the way, guys and girls, come and smash that subscribe button. We've only had one in the last half an hour. Let's get a few more subscribers. Angus said, we play Palace on Saturday. It's an absolute must-win game for us. Don't care what the score is. We have to win. Angus, if I take my Spurs hat off, yes, you do have to win. If you've got any aspirations of I mean, I don't think you're going to have any aspirations of winning a league title. But Angus, let us know right now, where do you think you're going to finish? Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? Do you think you're going to finish above Spurs? Rob said, can you think of any realistic targets that could become Sonny's long-term successor? Depends whether you want them on the left wing, through the middle. I don't know. I don't know. It depends how Postecoglou wants to play. Does he want another similar player to Son? Does he want a different mould? So I'm not sure, if I'm brutally honest. Savva, are you excited about seeing Bentancur and Madders together? Two very technical players. Absolutely. Yeah, you want to see your best players on the pitch. Of course you do, Phil. Look, Bentancur's a very good player. James Maddison, for me, is the one. James Maddison, for me, is the missing link of everything we do. He's what we didn't have for 4 or 5 years since Eriksen went. He is everything. We finish this now. So Messi does everything except contested headers, defend deep, run in the first 15 minutes, press hard, perform in a strong team in a weak league. I mean, this is the worst comment I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this is a guy who scored a winning goal in a Champions League final with a header. Lionel Messi's about 5'9" or something. Why on earth would he be up contesting headers? Defend deep. I guess you never, ever watched Barcelona play, how quickly he pressed for Barcelona. Sorry, we finish this now. That's the worst comment I've ever seen. Sorry, am I the only one here? In Pep's Barcelona team, Messi, all of them, Pedro, Messi, David Villa, all of them pressed. This is an awful comment for someone that doesn't understand Messi and football. Sorry, mate, that is crazy. Brookie said, why would Levy put a price tag on someone who's our most valuable assets and the amount of revenue brings in? Yeah, but look, I knew we'd do this. So every other top player in world football wants to go to a bigger club, but Sonny doesn't. Is that right? Sonny doesn't? Come on. I don't even know how it's Rob. I cannot believe what that guy just said to me. I cannot believe what that guy has just managed to belittle the best footballer the world has ever seen. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I've got a good one. I've got a good one here. I'm going to show you. I love football fans. Here you go. Do you want to see what I love about football fans? Can you all see that? Right. So Robert, what's his name? Robert Dixon has just said, if you love City and Liverpool so much, don't let the door hit you on the arse, Savvy. We don't need you. If I love them so much, this is what you get with football fans. If you want to know the problem with the internet, because I acknowledge that they're better football clubs than us, it means I love them so much and I don't need to let them hit my arse. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. Wow. Just unbelievable that people like this exist. People get annoyed. People got annoyed with me for predicting 2-2. They then got annoyed with me for saying after the game, yeah, I expected this scoreline. They then get annoyed because I think teams are better than us. I don't know. It's just madness. Absolutely madness. Madness. Big up to Kate in the chat. Says, sorry, I'm late in. Savva, done my like. You always do your like. Big up, Kate. You always do your like. I'm absolutely shell shocked. I've just shown you an example, right? I get comments like this all day long. That's polite. I get comments like that all day long. Well, if you love Liverpool, Man City so much. Let's be fair. He's probably sitting at home being breastfed by his mum. Let's be brutally honest. To come out with a crap like that. Angus said second or third, and yes, I do think we'll finish above you. Which one of City and Liverpool are you finishing above if you finish second? I'd love to know that. Mark Cook has said Arsenal 4th, 5th at best. Yeah, Mitchell. I mean, listen, I watched Messi since the age of 16, like many of you did, right? I watched Messi at 16, and that boy pressed and pressed and pressed. As he got older, the press stopped. Of course it did. That wasn't his game. He was getting older. People really don't understand. Unbelievable. Just because a lot of fans in the Premier League consider Son to be one of the best, you can consider him to be one of the best, but at the end of the day, he's never gone and proven it. I said this about Kane as well. Go and prove it. Go and prove it. Loyalty's great, but the biggest players want to go and play for the best clubs and win the biggest trophies and play with the best players. It is what it is. I knew we'd get this back. Can some players just not value loyalty and choose to win at a club that doesn't predominantly win a lot of cups? Listen, they can, but he's been here 8 years and not won a single thing. So it is what it is. Yeah, honestly, mate, it's funny. This is what I love about my channel. I will never change for these fools. I will never, ever change for them. Like, you think Man City are better than Spurs? Oh, you love them more than Spurs. Jesus Christ. Get a grip. AJ said, unfortunately, Savva, there are people that are not nice until you disagree with them, and then they show their true colours. You got to laugh. There is motion at my front door. Bear with me 1 second. And they've gone. It was a cat. Lynn said, good morning, Savva. Good morning, Lynn. To be honest, I've been very impressed with Spurs, but I feel that both Arsenal and Spurs could go either way. It will be very tight. I do think it's going to be tight. Yeah. I do think it's going to be very tight. I think Villa as well. Villa, Arsenal, Spurs. It's going to be very tight between those three. Lynn, could be completely wrong. As I've said, everyone knows City, Liverpool, the rest. Arsenal, for me, were a shoo-in for third. But can they get that form back? I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to keep losing, but it's going to be neck and neck, I think, between them, Villa, and I think every Saturday or Sunday when the games are played, it's going to be very much, oh, they've overtaken them now, or they've fallen behind them. They've moved back there, goal difference. So we'll see. I think it's going to be really interesting and fun to watch. Big up to Taz. Big up to Taz. Clive has said, Savva, agree about Johnson needs to learn how to beat a man and cross the ball without hitting the first man. Yeah, but you would think if you're buying someone for 50 million that you don't have to teach them that. you can hone it, but you would like to think that you don't have to teach them that. Thank you to the person that just subscribed. Can we get 3 or 4 more before the end of the show in the next 10 minutes? Come on, people. There's let's get some nice back. You see, in the last couple of days, I'm getting death threats. Can we not get some subscribers for putting up with that crap? Trust me, I don't earn enough money on YouTube to be putting up with death threats. Yeah? If I'm earning £3 million a year from YouTube, you can come around my house and threaten me all you want. I don't earn that much money on YouTube. Rodney, big up, bro. How you doing, mate? Rodney, tell some of these people to like and subscribe. It's been very tight. As said, morning, Savva. Just pop on and say Spurs are great. We're the best team ever. You get a 10-minute show. Boom. I know. I try and create a show where I come to their comments and I let people have their say. And nope. Ixro said, no, I give you a lot of stick. Just try to hold you to a high standard. The same with the club. I do have a high standard. I do. Which is why I think it takes time to build that high standard. Would love to jump on one day and discuss ball. I think we share a lot of opinions. You're always welcome. I always let people on. You're always welcome, my friend, to come on. We can chat ball, all right? As long as we never use the phrase chat ball again, yeah? Deal? Yeah, man, absolute madness. I know, but come on, man. Come on. That was, you were winding me up, weren't you? You knew you were winding me up. Angus, you think you're going to finish above Liverpool? What part of you is watching Liverpool and Arsenal and thinks you're going to finish above Liverpool? Please, Angus, you do. Oh, right. Question in the chat. Everybody, question in the chat time. Yes or no? I want a simple yes or no. It's 11:21 UK time. Yes or no? Right? Yeah? Yes or no? Do Arsenal finish above Liverpool this year? Do Arsenal finish above Liverpool this year? Linked with and bid is very, very different. Rob has said it's one thing being loyal, but Kane had big clubs chasing him. It never looked like Son did. Look, it's a tough one. Son's a top player. There's no doubt about it. But I'm just not going to compare him to the likes of Vinicius Jr., who's 23 and already surpassed anything Son will achieve in football. But again, Son and Kane literally carried Spurs for years. Vinnie J plays with world-class players. Vinnie J plays with world-class players because at the age of 17, Real Madrid went and got him. I'll leave that there. One death, minus 10 subscribers. Laugh out loud. It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's unbelievable. Chris said, I think it's the stadium that's brought a different type of supporter to the fan base. I just think it's madness, innit? I'm a 41-year-old man that isn't allowed to say that Man City and Liverpool are better than Spurs. Hey, it is what it is. Uncle Disraeli said, I like my madness to be an absolute with a slice of Savva bewilderment. Bewilderment is a good word I use. It's a big, big word. It's how I feel a lot of the time. Tigaro, big up, my friend. How are you, brother? I said our last 5 games will decide the season. City at home, Gooners at home, Liverpool away, Sheffield United away, Burnley at home. Yeah, and before that, I think we've got Villa and Newcastle away, right? So I think, yeah, you've got some tough games there. Right, let's get to... I love it. I love Angus as well. Here he is. Here is people's answer to will Arsenal finish above Liverpool? No. No way. No. Yes. Slynell. If I said it's Monday today, Slynell would say it's not. That's that guy. Jessica said no. Yes. No. Hell no. No. Maybe. Peter, are you an Arsenal fan? I think you're an Arsenal fan, aren't you? I've just got this feeling you're an Arsenal fan. No way. Love your honest Liverpool above Arsenal. No, don't block him. Angus is a good guy. Listen, you've got to have these opinions. It keeps the world going round. No chance. Yes, because they are signing Tony and Mbappe. Angus, can you tell us what's happened? I'd love you to come on, Angus. I really would. Where are these signings you promised us in January? Tony, Neto, Zubimendi, where are they all? Where are they? Not this year, not next year. Yes, in Angus's FIFA career mode. Nope. They won't finish above us. No chance. Rodney Roberts. I'm going to bring this up, by the way, guys. I'm going to bring this up on the 12 p.m. show with Saeed. I'm going to bring this up with him because I think this is hilarious. Oh, hang on. Why has it still got a live watch along going? Oh, I haven't. Sorry. I thought I had a live watch along going there. I'm going to bring this up with those guys and see what they think. I do. I just love. I love certain things. I really, really do. Where is Saeed TV? That's Footy Judge Mo. Premier League announced. Why can't I find mediocre Man United? Yeah, there we go. Boom. So, by the way, we're not finishing just yet. We will soon, but I've put everybody over to Saeed's channel for 12. If you can get over there and support me, that would be great. Get a lot of hate in the chat from the other fans. So let's get some more Spurs fans in there. Maybe if they sack Arteta, okay, different approach. No, absolutely not. Arsenal acting like they've overtaken us. No way. Arteta is trash. Their fans know it too. Villa will struggle if Bailey or Watkins are out for any length of time. Yeah, sure. They're not at the moment, though. You would have said the exact same thing if I said we finish above Man City. So whatever I said, I'm delusional. Yeah, but Angus, I would have said whatever because you said you were going to finish second or first above City or Liverpool. I just think look, you could. I just don't think you will. Aussie Chris has said, to give an Aussie rules cliche, Spurs fast becoming a destination club. Players want to play for them. Opposition supporters don't mind watching them. Not all opposition supporters. I'll give you not all. Lynn has said, would you agree, Savva, that when trophies were being won at Man U and Arsenal, there was no Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea, etc. So the gap has narrowed and there is more money, but Spurs and Arsenal up. Look, it has changed. It has changed. There's a lot more money now. A lot of clubs are spending a lot of money. So people can say, oh, well, how can we compete? Well, everyone's spending big money. So there is that. Look, do you know what? I'll tell you what, Lynn, on a slightly different tangent, I'd love Spurs to beat City and go and win the FA Cup. Tough game, but I'd love us to really have a deep run in that cup at least. Peter, I did think you were a gooner. I could tell from your answer. But Angus, do you truly believe you're better than Liverpool? Do you truly believe you're better than Liverpool? You don't, do you? Come on. The noob, the question was, will Arsenal finish above Liverpool? That was the question. Arsenal won't finish above us or City and maybe Villa and you. Mate, listen, I'd love it. We should start doing a segment where I get two fans and let them debate each other. Who's up for that? Two fans and let them debate each other. Lynn has said, to be fair, Savva, Liverpool do have their off games, and I don't think they're always consistent. Lynn, I'm going to see your feelings, and I'm going to raise you facts. Okay, I'm raising you facts. All right, for a team that has their off days, please show me where, Lynn. Liverpool have lost one game in 20. Where is their off games? This is mad. Look at them. They're the only team. They're the only team that haven't lost a game in their last 6 in the Premier League, right? They've only lost one game. Where is their off games? Arsenal have lost 3 of their last 6. Like, come on. What are we? Come on. Facts over feelings. I don't need to ask Lee Gunner about Arteta. He'll voluntarily tell us. Don't worry about that. AJ saying, Angus, come on. You can't tell me. You don't really think, do you? It's okay. You can tell me just between us. Oh, unbelievable. Look, we could do that. We could definitely do that one day. 2 fans on. We'd have to arrange it somehow, but we could make it happen. Look, I'm going to end the show in 1 minute. Before we do, come on, people. Let's get a few more, shall we? Right now, can we get 3 or 4 people to get that to at least 12,807? Can we get a few people? Show a bit of love. Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it. The link is in the chat. I'm going to show you right now. There it is. There it is. Facts over feeling unless it's Sonny. I don't know what that means. I gave you facts about Sonny. Sonny's never gone to a big club. Sonny's never won anything. Sonny's never gone and challenged himself. They're facts. They're not feelings. They're facts. Same as Kane up until last year. But you could see Kane wanted to go 2 years ago. He wanted to go this year as well, and he went. So for me, bit more ambition. there. Bit more ambition. But listen, people are making it out like people hate Sonny. They don't. It's just you're allowed to say that other players are better than him. Angus, Angus, do you still think Saka's worth 150 million? Actually, I'm not going to start that. I'm not going to start that. Listen, guys and girls, I've sent you all over for half an hour's time for Saeed TV at 12 o'clock. Please come and join us. It's always a good debate on there. And I'll be back today at 3:30 for Football Fever with LB and Judge Mo. So please join me at 3:30. Much love to all of you. It's been a great show. A couple of trolls, but nothing we can't deal with. Please like, please subscribe. Not one person has since I asked. Not one of you, you tight so-and-sos. Smash that button, and we will see you later. As always, come on, you Spurs.